baskets versing against again from Turkey. It is billed as perhaps the best Final Four of the decade so far for high-powered teams. A number of individuals will be leading their teams here across these games. And we said this first game is a battle of superstars all over. The current champions, Dynamo Kursk, that 34-game win streak for them going back into last season, sees them come in as the favourites perhaps here. They qualify as first place in Group A, but they do face off against Ekaterinburg, a team which has the advantage over them in the domestic league in Russia and also has a sizable victory in that Russian league, in the PBL in recent months as well. And so it'll be interesting to see for Ekaterinburg, can they take that momentum? They do see Maya Moore back into the lineup. She played just one game in the regular season, and she has been a difference maker, it looks like, for them, as they've got into the closing stages of the Russian league and playoffs, and now here, making it through to the Final Four once again. Spot they know so well. Ekaterinburg really have been mainstays in the Final Four. Have got to this stage every year since 2007. That shows you the domination of the Russian team. But speaking of domination, their opponents tonight, Dynamo Kursk, the current champions after their victory in the final last year over against Fenerbahce, and now they've dominated all comers in the regular season, making it back here to the Final Four. Both of these two teams were in the Final Four last year in Ekaterinburg in Russia. Dynamo Kursk said they beat Fenerbahce in the final. They got through a tricky semi-final against Praha. And then on the other side, Ekaterinburg were unable to overcome Fenerbahce in their semi-final. So there is the Ekaterinburg lineup. I mean, where do you start for them? Players all over the floor. Don't look too much further than Alba Torrens. A tremendous season for her. But they also have the 2016 WNBA MVP as well, who will be facing off against them, the number 30 for Dynamo Kursk in Neka Ugumike, the current reigning Final Four MVP in Angel Magotri, and number 5, Sonia Petrovic, the regular season MVP. So almost everyone playing in this game here has an MVP award of some form, as we see Brittany Griner there, another player of the year in her past, now playing for Ekaterinburg. There will be those individuals matching up against each other, which makes this game, this competition so intriguing. Players making their way out onto the floor to be announced to this crowd. Fantastic arena here. We're in Sopron. What an advantage that will be for the Hungarian team, the underdogs, no doubt about it, who will be playing in the second semi-final. But see the fans starting to come in, ready to watch this game between two heavyweights of the EuroLeague for Women game. Ekaterinburg out quickly onto the floor as we see their coaching staff. They'll be led by Miguel Mendez, their head coach, and the orange jerseys and flags here in force to cheer their team on. And now it is Dynamo Kursk's turn to come out onto the floor. I mean, just like Ekaterinburg, it is a team so deep with talent. Players that have played internationally and at this level of competition before as well. It really has, I for one can't wait for this game to get underway. And look at that at the back of the lineup. Ugumike and Angel Magotri, the last couple out. Ahead of them, Anna Cruz. And there is Ugumike, a handful, second in rebounding in the competition, led it last year. Ugumike, the EuroLeague for Women, and now the coaching staff led by Lucas Mondello, the man in charge of Dynamo Kursk.
The referees, Mrs. Vasiliki Chechak from Greece, Mr. Martin Hormazov for Bulgaria, Mr. Martin Skozowski from Latvia, the Commissioner, Mr. Wilfried Gischel from Germany. Let's go, girls!
So, players now shake hands, and we will think about how these two teams got there. So, both teams qualified as one of the top 4 in their regular season groups. 16 teams split into groups of 8, played home and away. Dynamo Kursk, I mentioned before, they came out of Group A. They were the top place team, a 14-0 record through that regular season. Ekaterinburg, second place in Group B, 11 wins and 3 losses for them. They both then won their quarter-final matchups, the crossovers between the two groups. It was a best of 3, and they both won 2-0, so comfortable victories for those two teams as we see our 3 officials in charge of today's game from Greece, Bulgaria and Latvia. Dynamo Kursk got through against familiar Shio 2-0, and Ekaterinburg defeated familiar foes Praha 2-0. So there is the lineup for Ekaterinburg they'll be going with. Torrens, Tolliver, Moore, Messerman and Greiner. A big-time lineup. And this man here, Miguel Mendez, in charge of his team. Will no doubt be looking to the inside early. And now Dynamo Kursk will go with Zedek, Petrovic, Shiak, Cruz and Ugumike as their starting 5. We said domestically, these two teams obviously have faced each other. What shows you just how tight and how competitive they are. They both finished, as we look at Lucas Mondello going through the last stages of talking to his team, they both finished with identical records, 19 losses and 1 defeat in the Russian PBL. As we see Maya Moore and Maria Vadiva, 2 players we expect to play great part today. And on the team's 19-1 records, they finished tied in first place. UMMC Ekaterinburg won the head-to-head, so took the league title and the #1 seed heading into the playoffs. They both really walked through the qualifications, and they will face off again next week in the finals, a 2-game series for the Russian title as well. And really the main difference between these two teams, and something to keep in mind as the players get set out to get out onto the floors. Last time these two teams met, 24th of March, it was a 102-62 40-point victory for UMMC Ekaterinburg. It was the last game of the regular season. That was what won them the league title. They dominated the inside. They dominated the game early. And you've got to think there'll be a psychological advantage for Ekaterinburg in this game because of that previous victory for them. Something to keep an eye on, something to consider. And, you know, for a team in Dynamo Kursk, which has gone through the regular season for 2 years now, undefeated, will this be a step too far for them to try and repeat here at the EuroLeague for Women? We are set to get underway then. It is the first semi-final of the EuroLeague for Women. We are here in Sopron. The jump ball is up and controlled by Ekaterinburg in their black and orange uniforms. Dynamo Kursk in the white. And first possession into the hands of Tolliver. And now Torrens. That matchup, Torrens versus Petrovic, is going to be one to watch. As the jump shot doesn't go, Shiak grabs in the rebound. French international. Tough ask for her, going against Brittany Greiner on the inside. Kursk go to Ugumike. Quick reversal round. Pull up is good. First score of the game goes to Dynamo Kursk. And that is Natalia Zedek. Great start from them. Zedek averages 6.5 points per game. Not really a big-time scorer with the other stars on her team, but has that capability. Tolliver sets the feet and knocks it down. Christy Tolliver shooting 29% for 3 on the year. Looked comfortable there though, didn't she? Gives her team the lead now. There's the little lefty jumper, doesn't go. quickly the other way. Ekaterinburg pull up. Tolliver trying to go back to back. Can't get that one though. And an up and down game now. Petrovic trying to find an option. Loses it though. Ogumike first one to the floor to collect it. And gives it back out into the hands of Ana Cruz. Spanish point guard then. Often pulls these strings. Such a good distributor. Trying to find somebody. But great defense from Torrens, who takes it away. Goes in the opposite direction. Oh, beautiful team basketball. Tolliver with the feed. And that's Emma Messerman with the finish. Belgium international just running, finding that gap. Early lead for Ekaterinburg then. Cruz waiting for the screen. Finds Ogumike. Defense rotates over, but not quick enough to stop Ogumike. Great little finish from her. And said she was a former WNBA MVP back in 2016. There's more. Finds Messerman, and she knocks down another one. Now the matchups all over this game. Messerman going against Ogumike, scoring each other either end of the floor. Now here's that matchup again. Ogumike trying to find something. Gives it to Zedic, and now Cruz waiting. Uses the screen from Shiak. Rolls to the ring. Jumper doesn't go. Petrovic there. With the offensive rebound. Pass, cross court, shot clock under 10. Ogumike's penetration doesn't go. And here comes Ekaterinburg. UMMC going the other way. They got Greiner down the floor early. Oh, too easy for Greiner to get a good look, but she didn't finish. Ball will stay with them. I mean, Brittany Greiner hasn't had a lot of touches in the early stages here. And as we see the replay, Zedic reading the defense and pulling up before the response from Tolliver. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Torrens being unselfish so far. Goes to Maya Moore. Now Messerman will pull up mid-range again. Doesn't go for her though. Gets her own rebound. Rejected. Right. Shiak. Great rotation. Helena Shiak rotated and timed it perfectly, didn't she? Messerman was the first one to the offensive rebound. Defense wasn't set. As Moore's jumper bounces over the backboard. And possession will go to Dynamo Kursk. Just a second for us to get a breather. Cruz then uses the screen. Ogumike squaring up. Waiting for the cutting action to happen. Petrovic gets the switch. Her pass is a loose one to Ogumike. The defense switched. And they were trying to post Ogumike, but Petrovic killed the dribble. That's what hurt her, really. Tolliver now. Her battle against Cruz. Now Maya Moore gives it back. Moore collects it here for three. Knocks it down. Now Maya Moore, so skilled in so many departments. First points for her. And an early lead for Ekaterinburg here. We said last time these two teams met, this is what happened. They jumped out early, dominated the game, and there was no return for Dynamo Kursk. As the jumper is good for Shiak. Big basket from her. They won't want this lead to get large in the early stages, just psychologically after that last defeat. I want to prove that this is going to be a contest here. Moore, too quick. Trying to look for Messerman. She just didn't turn in time. There is Moore's triple. And now Cruz the other way. Patient approach for Kursk. Cruz again off that wing screen. Nice little cut back door. And then Shiak picking up the loose change. Play wasn't designed for her. And they were looking for Petrovic, but it bounced kindly to the French lady. And she finished it off. The pass doesn't find its target, and Ogumike ahead of everyone will lay it up for an easy two, and the game is tied at 10 apiece. Tolliver quickly the other way. Rejected by Shiak. Second of the game for her. She can't quite keep it in bounds. Moore wants the foul as she was pushed to the floor. I think it was a pass from Moore looking for Greiner. And the easiest two of the night for Nekarumike. Don't think we'll see too many easy ones like that for her. Oh, good fake step from Moore. Finds Greiner. Foul is going to be called. Oh, excuse me, it's Messman. I thought it was Brittany Greiner under the basket, surrounded by bodies. It's actually Emma Messman who'll be at the line. She's been off to a hot start. 4 points for her team. Make it 5 now to lead the way. Second is good as well. The lead restored. Shiak couldn't take the pass cleanly. And it's back into the hands of Zidek. Looking high-low for Agumike, but she's well guarded by Moore. Petrovic's penetration nearly got the drop. And she will now have to earn them from the line instead. No grimace from her. See if she knocked knees. Yeah, probably there. No bang of knees as if she was going through. Can always be sore, a bit tender when that happens. Anja Petrovic then at the line. Getting the crowd noise here. Petrovic, bronze medalist at the 2016 Rio Games with Serbia, gold medalist, and the 2015 Eurobasket. And a host of medals, under 20, under 19, under 18, under 16 categories as well. Shows you what a winner she is. A 3-time EuroLeague Women's champion. But the last came back in 2015. The MVP of the regular season she is. Greiner gets it deep against Shiak. Shiak, good defense. Right in the face of Greiner, but it doesn't matter. As Greiner turns and finishes over the top. Gumike looking to Petrovic. Here she is against Torrens. This is the battle people want to see. Petrovic spins away, will get fouled and go to the line. Well, how many's that against Torrens then? That's the finish from Greiner on one end. That's just going to be the first against Torrens. Last one was scored against Maya Moore. Petrovic back to the line. Makes it. Oh, she led the competition in efficiency by some way, Sonja Petrovic. Superb individual season for her so far. 29 years of age, yeah, now. And she will tie us at 14. Tolliver hands to Torrens. Torrens feeds Greiner. Will turn, fouled, and finishes. Well, heady pass inside by Torrens. And Brittany Greiner using that size. Gets the cheap foul against Shiak. And if she's going to use one, can't give up these three-point play opportunities. Greiner unable to convert this time, though. Petrovic uses the screen from Agumike. Stops, goes again. How did she find a gap there? Sonja Petrovic had two defenders in front of her, but just splits between both of them and lays it up for the easy two. And she is showing why she was the MVP of the regular season. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for her now. Moore feeds Greiner to the inside. What a catch! And Greiner throws it down! Oh, Greiner fired up, and rightly so. Look at this. The catch It was almost as impressive as the finish. What can you do about that? Brittany Griner, 6 points now. We said UMMC Ekaterinburg dominated the inside in the domestic game between these two. And Griner, who had 19 on the night, is showing why. Shaq's playing her part here, though, as she gets the offensive rebound. The three doesn't go. Shaq with another offensive board. Can Dynamo Kursk finish? Can they get these second chance points? As Shaq rolls, loses it. More, bit of open floor. In no hurry, though. She will hold and wait for Messman, and that's why. Just rolling down the middle. Emma Messman's done that twice. And she's another player off to a good start. 8 points for her. Well, we expected Alba Torrens to be a start. She's been quiet so far for Ekaterinburg. They haven't needed her. But Shaq is causing problems on that offensive glass. 5th rebound of the night already for Helena Shaq. Just 4 on the clock. Do they have time here going inside to Petrovic? They don't. Moore collects it. This time she tries to go. Kicks it off her own foot. Manages to save it, but it might lead to points for Dynamo Kursk here. The stop and pop is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Natalia Zidek. Great looking stroke from her. And after the first 2 of the game, she moves to 5 now. Inside the final minute of this first quarter. What a quick game it's been. We haven't had a substitution yet. There is the 3. We will now have our first sub. There it is. Coming in for Ekaterinburg. And Angel McCottrey coming in for Dynamo Kursk. Alongside Tatiana Vidma. And for Ekaterinburg, Artishina is their substitution. Here she is, Olga Artishina. Griner spinning. Tough looking shot. Messman there, the offensive rebound. More second triple from her. Well, Marmore, so skilled. What can't she do? Used to think you could give her that shot. That was the best way of guarding her, but now just so dangerous from the outside. Such a good three-point shooter. McGottry, what can she do? Stepping onto the floor. Well, that's exactly what she can do. First touch, first points. Reigning Final Four MVP, don't forget, Angel McGottry. Showing why, as Tolliver pulls up, finds Griner. Bit out of control, has it blocked. It will stay with UMMC. 0.5 seconds left on the clock, though. And they do have. This is where the height of Griner, the size, so dangerous. Got to be careful of her screening and just slip into the ring for the little lob over Shaq. They look instead for Messman, but it's well defended by Petrovic. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Oh, lightning quick here as the game poised still. 2 heavyweights going at it, and they are separated by just 2 at the end of the first. Offense pleasing for both teams, high percentages. Both looked pretty comfortable at this stage. And really, they're no kind of further along in seeing who's going to come out on top of this game. Can't really say either team got advantage in that first quarter. There's the confirmation, 23-21. Ekaterinburg lead over Dynamo Kursk at the quarter break. Sonja Petrovic been doing her job, keeping her team in the game. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. On the other side, a lot of step-ups for Ekaterinburg. Maya Moore has 6 points. Griner has 6. Messman has 8. Those 3 really, and we said it was all about the inside play last time these 2 teams met. Griner, 3 of 5 from the field, and Messman, 3 of 6. Have combined for 14 points. having a look at the statistics. So even across a number of areas. Points in the paint, just edged by Ekaterinburg at this time. You know, the second chance points as well. There's only 3-0. And that is despite the fact that Elena Shiak has got 4 offensive rebounds. Have not been converted by her team very well at all. As we are underway in this second quarter. First possession goes into the hands of Petrovic off that screen. And she goes right to the cup and finishes for 2 more. Petrovic showing exactly why she is such a offensive threat in this game. Done everything so far for her 8. Greiner. Different look for her defensively now. As she kicks it out and Moore buries another one. 3rd triple for Maya Moore. Wow. Moore and Petrovic going against each other here. Cruz looking for Petrovic. Here she is. Squaring up. Screen's going to come from Vadiva. She's the fresh substitute for Dynamo Kursk. Another lefty. Comes up short here as Moore pushes the other way. Maya Moore. This mid-season addition to Ekaterinburg. Finds Messman. And she puts it home. Well, it was not by design, really. Mishandled the dribble. And that is what gave her the opportunity. McGottry fouled by Maya Moore. Moore doesn't like the call. Second foul on Moore. Is that the only way to slow her down then? She'll go out here. The substitution is Alba Torrens for her. As there is Torrens. He comes in. We also got a glimpse of Lara Saunders as well. The other substitute that's come into the game for Ekaterinburg. She wears the number 30 jersey. And the sideline possession. Petrovic carrying the load offensively once again into the lane, and she's going to be fouled against Torrens. So that's the second on Torrens. Well, not only has Petrovic, you know, you count the points, 8 points, 2 assists, but the other thing is the fouls she picks up, the fouls she draws. That's the first on Torrens, it says. Wow, I felt sure she picked up that earlier one in that same one-on-one matchup. The first against Torrens and 2 or more. So those matchups for Petrovic, if she gets them out of the game by drawing fouls on them, how that's going to help Dynamo Kursk. Made 2 of 2 again, Petrovic. Double figures. First player there. With it, there's Messman. Misses her little push shot. Cruz eventually finds Vadiva. Kick out. McGottry, the runner. Oh, great finish, Angel McGottry. Really can make those tough finishes. It's really easy for her, but, you know, running full speed. Has to have the body control, the touch. Very difficult indeed to do. As Beglova handles the ball. Goes to Torrens. Now Messman going against Agumake. Just goes right past her. Handoff. Petrovic trying to find some room. Feeds to the inside. He'll step through and tough finish. Vadiva this time. Well, we said time after time, tough finish. Everybody's making them though. And the offense is for both teams. Roll him. Jump up. Torrens is the only one who hasn't really got going. Torrens still scoreless. First jump shot from her. Petrovic takes the foul. Just the first, though, against Dynamo Kursk on that caption. Either way, it won't be shooting.
Dynamo Ekaterinburg. Ladies and gentlemen, the cheerleaders from Poland.
So timeout is called. It's going to be the first timeout of the game.
Messerman gets in.
Spectacular play by Brad.
She is like a panther stalking its prey right now.
Abkina drive lane open, takes it to the hole.
More with the small players. Yes, not always right here. But now, dance, laps, pose. We use BD now. Go back quickly. The fast breaking. The team have a post player. See with the shooter. Stay with the shooter. Okay.
Venga, y podemos, hey, hagamos faltas.
We use the fast smartly.
Back to possession then. And it's the jump shot from UMMC. Hand off. Now, Sanders goes inside to Greiner. Greiner spinning, finding some room, misses. And going the other way, Magotri. Oh, finding a little slither of space, gets herself to the line. So Angel Magotri at the line, the current MVP. Pressure up the floor, and it's going to cause a turnover. We haven't seen many of them. A little high pass. Looking for Belikova, and a bit too strong from Beglova. Both teams now into their benches as Levchenko has the ball. Gives it over quickly to Magotri. Magotri perfect from the field. 5 points for her. Sets the bat screen. Steps high to get it from UMMC. They're just using Magotri here one-on-one, and she is coming up with production. That is why she has that Final Four MVP tag. Torrens can't find any room, has to back it out. Now she's guarded by UMMC on the switch. Foul is going to be called against. End line. More substitution. Cruz will come back in. Kursk just taking this little lead here off the back of this strong play from Angel Magotri. Torrens pulls up, still can't get it going. McGottry has very much started hot here. Gives it over to Agumake. Agumake, power stop, rejected, but it will go out of bounds in favor of Dynamo Kursk. Jump shot. Doesn't go. Oh, good strong rebound from Vediva. Can't finish over the long arms of Brittany Griner, though. And Griner gives it back to Tolliver, who's come back into the game. A lot of starters returning for this final push here. Torrens off the handoff. Goes back to Tolliver. Griner fouled and will go to the line. Timeout will be called then by Dynamo Kursk. They've just got this little step of momentum. But starters coming back in for Ekaterinburg, especially Brittany Griner, who draws another foul. Will that change the game back in favour? So Kursk dominating the two-point range, something we said Ekaterinburg had a great job, did a great thing of in the last game. Let's listen into this timeout. Keep fighting, the call coming out of the timeout. Petrovic back in for Kursk, but first Griner at the line, making the first, cuts it to a three-point game. Second is good. Well, Kursk go now. Cruz has it. Over to Petrovic. Got this double threat on the wings now with McGottry and Petrovic. Petrovic up high. Finds Agumake just wide open. All the attention. Come on to Petrovic. Griner's going to... She took a shot to the face the way she went and covered the ball there. Seems to be okay, though. It's Tolliver dancing with the screen. Kicks it. Sanders finds Griner on the inside, and she is fouled. We'll go against McGottry. Didn't like the call. And, yeah. I think Griner did take a shot. She's going to be okay to continue. Foul was before the act of shooting. Not team fouls on that call, so it'll be in-line possession. Or McGottry fall to the floor. And this could be out of bounds. Everybody kind of looking around. Beliakova goes out of bounds. I mean, there's contact there, but incidental. I don't really see a foul. Oh, Beliakova's trying to get around Moore, who's lying on the floor to take the ball. She stepped out of bounds. Gives it back to Dynamo Kursk. As closely matched as these two teams are, they didn't play close games in the regular season. We said it was, Ekaterinburg UMMC who took the head-to-head on the 40-point victory in the last game of the regular season, but even the game before that wasn't really a close one on the scoreboard. Double-digit win for Dynamo Kursk in the midway point of the PBL season. Here tonight, though, a 2-point game at the half. Cruz to Magotri. Magotri pulls up. Oh, nice little backdoor cut, more. Oh, it bounced out, though. How did it not go for it? Excellent play. Beliakova right on the money with the pass, but Moore didn't get the friendly roll at all. She's now matched up with Petrovic. Moore playing with those fouls, remember. They won't want her to pick up a third here. Gumike knocks it down, and the lead finally stretching out. The largest of the game. 7-point advantage. A foul. Dynamo Kursk have never led by this many. Ekaterinburg had a 6-point lead of their own. It's going to be a offensive foul, giving it back to Dynamo Kursk then. Chance for them to stretch this lead even more. Agumike to Magotri. She's got a little step of room, and that is all she needs. 9-point advantage now. Superb second quarter. Ekaterinburg have been held to just 9 points here in the second period as Moore pulls up for 3. Doesn't go. 5 for the rebound, tapped around, eventually picked up and finds Greiner. She misses. Who comes up with the rebound? It is Vadiva. And Dynamo Kursk. Here they come again. Chance for a double-digit lead for them. What a run this is going to be right before the halftime interval. Cruz to Petrovic. Cuts right in front of Moore. A lot of room for her now. They're trying to draw that third foul on Moore. Petrovic fades, but doesn't get the finish. Moore brings it down. Under 2 minutes left. First half action. Moore trying to find some room. Does. And finishes. Well, she had 2 good looks. Didn't get either finish. And that one she makes. 11 points from her. Gumike. Waiting for Petrovic. Here she is. Now Cruz. Cruz. Pull-up doesn't go. Messman grabs in the rebound. Greiner's down the floor early. Well, they look into her. They do. Here she is. Not a lot of help. One-on-one coverage, and that is a dangerous thing. If you're Dynamo Kursk, leaving Brittany Greiner down there one-on-one, because she is going to score and get a chance from the line as well. She becomes the 3rd player in double figures for Ekaterinburg after Messman and Moore. And a timeout is called. Ekaterinburg recovered just slightly here. They trail it 41-36.
We need the ball in KT. We need the ball after rebound. We need the ball in KT. He might have the ball. KT, come. Come with the ball, yeah? Okay. Under pressure, we can use BG in fast break, yes? Under pressure, we go. And early open, go inside. Yes? We play match-up zone.
Greiner para tiros de...
They are playing ball screens with Greiner and Maya.
Okay, no problem. Vamos a jugar set, ¿de acuerdo? Set y Sam side para poner el balón en Neca. Sam side and set. Y luego vemos si posting up. We go down,
Over, keep playing. Don't become crazy on the posting up. It's an option. Just okay.
Tempo. 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 Tempo.
the line. The bonus point is good for Greiner. A much-needed basket for her team. As we're approaching 1 minute left in this first half. Petrovic has it. And an offensive foul is called. Gumike looks towards the official. It will go against Dynamo Kursk, though. And possession back with Ekaterinburg, just as you thought it was going to be Kursk taking the advantage into the half. Maybe it's going to be the other way. Messman trying to find some room. Moore finishes it again. Maya Moore recovered from those couple of misses. How much she has stepped up when needed. As Gotri draws another foul. Antashina called for that one. Look at Moore fading. Doesn't even touch the ring. 5 of 8. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 13 points for Moore. Gotchi not far behind with 5 of 5, 12 points. And a timeout will be called inside this final minute. 42-39 lead, 43-39 lead in favor of Dynamo Kursk.
Hey, we play 2 out. 2 down. Sorry, 2 down, yeah? They play zone, 2 down. They play man-to-man, 2 down, same, yeah? I'm playing matchup. Fast break, no. Not playing matchup. And quick, in the first pass. Matchup in the first pass. It's okay?
Remember situation. Si hacen nuestro 4 es el side. Hey, en esto lo que remember if they go head, we go man on the post play. Si vienen aquí y suben votando, follow. If they play 2 sides and they bring it up, follow. We switch. Vale, y luego our rule. So, la única que está siempre con Greiner es ella, las demás.
After the timeout then, so who will respond in this final 30 seconds? Ekaterinburg drawn up the play. Kursk slip into the zone. They prepared for this though. Ekaterinburg, they know it might have been coming. They'll hold here as long as they can. Now the action happens. Moore to the wing. Collects it. Messman screens. Moore pulls up. And yet again, Maya Moore stepping up when needed to make it a 1-point game here. Final few seconds. Cruz can't get it away in time. And what execution in that final minute from Ekaterinburg. What a recovery from them. Wow, at the half, it is just a 1-point game. 43-42, still in favor of Dynamo Kursk, but they will be frustrated. They had a 41-32 lead with under 2 minutes to go, and they gave it away. And look at the statistics. Both teams' offenses are dominating this game. It has been a joy to watch on the offensive end. But how frustrating right now for Dynamo Kursk. They had that 9-point lead with under 2 minutes left, and now it's been evaporated to just a 1 point. Well, and that statistic there, or that graphic, shows you why. Maya Moore doing everything for Ekaterinburg right now. She leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists, as she has had a superb first half to lead the way. She made 4 threes in the game, none bigger than the one she hit in those final few seconds there right before the break. So we're going to leave you with some highlights from this first half action. It is the interval here in Sopron as Dynamo Kursk have the 43-42 lead over UMMC Ekaterinburg.
Within the cheerleaders, folytatásban pedig már is itt van velünk az ellenállhatatlan Póló Csuzsai, who is the t-shirt. És most halljuk a Ekaterinburgolók hangját, a Ekaterinburg szurkolók hangját. Let's make some noise for Ekaterinburg! Let's make some noise for Ekaterinburg!
Hello and welcome back to second half action then. Teams just getting set to come out of the huddle for the second half here in the first semi-final of the EuroLeague for women. The two Russian teams that have made it this far in the competition, battling it out. We expected a close one. They had identical 19-1 records to finish the Russian regular season. And here at the half, it's just a 1-point advantage for Dynamo Kursk. The current EuroLeague for Women champions, they have the advantage 43-42 right now, but it could have been much better for them. They had a 9-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go in that first half before a run, a Maya Moore-inspired run for Ekaterinburg, brought them back into this game and put us in this situation as we begin the second half. Players out there on the floor then for Ekaterinburg, who have the floor. It's Greiner, Messerman, Moore, Tolliver and Torrens, as then Christy Tolliver, who started the game with the first basket for her team, and her second basket with the first possession of the second half. Dynamo Kursk now have Shiak, Cruz, Magotri, Gumike and Sonia Petrovic, who has the ball out there as a 5. And Gumike trying to find some room. Now Magotri for 3. Magotri comes up short, and that's the first miss from the field for Angel Magotri. The other way, Torrens is still searching for her first basket of the game. First point of the game, comes up with nothing. Cruz. Gumike back to Magotri. Magotri stumbles a little, regains her footing, and look at that from Angel Magotri. Off the screen, sets the feet, knocks it down. 6 of 7 she is for 15 points in the game, Angel Magotri. She's only played 11.5 minutes. I said repeatedly during that first half, the reigning MVP Final Four, reigning MVP of the Final Four, showing why. Torrens really trying to be aggressive in this second half. Can't finish, but Messerman cleans up. And the Belgium international puts it home for her team. Jump shot doesn't go, rejected by Greiner. And the shot clock getting low, 5 seconds. Cruz trying to make something happen here. Pulls up, tough looking shot, doesn't go. Moore with the rebound. Now Moore with some space. Puts the head down, gets all the way. Maya Moore, 2 more for her. The game's leading scorer now, 18 points. First half, it was all about the perimeter game of Maya Moore. Now she starts the second, getting to the ring. Kursk. Go to Petrovic, who carried the load in the early stages for her team. They trailed by 6 at one stage. Gumike doesn't get it away in time. And cheers on the bench of Ekaterinburg, celebrating the 24-second violation. Look at this work from Messerman. Getting the rebound, putting it home for 2. Torrens now reverses it to Messerman. Great denial from Cruz, but Tolliver eventually finds some space to get it. Moore against Petrovic. 7 on the clock. Maya Moore takes the tough one and doesn't get it to fall. Gumike hands it over to Petrovic. He'll take a 3. Oh, the offense was so good from both teams in the first half. We didn't see hardly any turnovers. Percentages high from all over the field. And a couple of misses here, and almost surprised by the quality of these two teams. Great back cut. Torrens finally gets her first 2 of the game. Alba Torrens, 1 of 5 now from the field. Ekaterinburg have a 5-point lead. How did that happen? It was 42-31 at one stage in this game. What a run. As Gumike shows her abilities. She's into double figures. Moore draws contact, and it goes. Wow, what a finish from Moore. Little fist bump from her. Watch her stop and go. Right here, just freezes the defender, attacks again, and At first look, I didn't even know if it had gone in, the shot. There she is as the provider. Maya Moore right now is the difference in this game. 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists from her. Can't hit the bonus. And you got to give the hat nod to Shona Thorburn on the EuroLeague for Women website. Tipping Maya Moore as the difference maker in this game in our expert panel. Right now, it's looking like the right call is Shiak. Can't answer. Greiner rebounds and gets it safely to Tolliver. Tolliver using the screen. She's got Messman wide open. She'll take a tough one instead, though. And Tolliver knocks it down. What a start to the third quarter for Ekaterinburg. Tolliver between the legs. The step back three. A 13-4 run here in the first 4.5 minutes.
And Messerman gets in.
Spectacular play by France.
She is like a panther stalking its prey right now.
Akina drive lane open, takes it to the hole.
Que se vaya para adentro y tú la acompañes y ya te saltará la ayuda a que quieras ponerte delante de ella, ella se vaya para atrás y tira.
So Oliver Vettel, she's right the ball.
Vale.
Take the open snap. But we need to go with passes, to playing open court more. It's okay? Use BG in early open, we have problems, yeah? Use BG in early open. What's inside, okay? Let's go.
Let's go. Who can go 3? 1, 2, 3.
Thoughts of the two coaches, but what a run this has been. I said 42-31 at one stage in favour of Dynamo Kursk, and now 47-55. A 24-5 run over what is like a 6.5 minute period. Changed the complexity of this game. It's a great play for Petrovic. Well designed out of the timeout. She's so tough to stop on that little screen action. Torrance. Oh, Messman. Lost to Gumike. Scores at the ring. Great plays from both teams. Zidic finds Cruz. Cruz will wait for this screen. Here it is from Shiak. A lot of room. And Cruz not looking to score. Shiak on the offensive rebound, rejected by Greiner. And here comes Ekaterinburg. Torrens in no hurry. Now she'll cross over. Can't get the finish at the ring. Pass ahead. Petrovic. Well, lost the handle. We'll pick it up here. And Moore tips it out of bounds. High fives all round. Moore. Look at that cut from Messman. And the smile. Sideline possession, Dynamo Kursk. Petrovic has it. Squares up. Look at that. Such a tough ask. Petrovic responding. 4 points in a row for her. Moves her to just 14 on the game. Surprising, really. Feels like she's had more. And Tolliver knocks down more points for her. Well, Christy Tolliver started the game with a 3 as the first points for UMMC. Didn't really do anything else until this second half, where she's now made 7 points in this first six and so minutes. Cruz again not looking to score. There's this Shiak. Shiak to Zidic, and another 24-second violation. When the starters are on the floor for Ekaterinburg, this is where they have the advantage. They had a 6-point lead open up in the first half. And now that's been bettered by this 8-point lead here. They have here their largest lead of the game. Greiner draws a double team. Spacing wasn't quite all right, but she'll get her own offensive rebound and a 3-point play opportunity. Greiner fired up. Shiak looks over. She's going to have to go to the bench here. Watch Greiner. Gets the room on the little jump hook. She's just more active on the offensive glass. Greiner, 5 of 10 only from the field. But she got 13.6 rebounds for her. Can't add that one. Shaq remains on the floor. She's got 3 fouls. But they need her with a double-digit lead now for Ekaterinburg, for UMMC. Vadiva finds Shiak, and that's why she's out there. Really solid mid-range shooter, and defensively is very strong. Turnover. Foul will be called as the quick hands from Cruz takes it away from Nika Baric. So this is the thing for Ekaterinburg with all their talent, and they go to their bench. Dynamo Kursk made a run last time. Will the same happen here as the substitutions start to come in? Foul against Moore. Cruz to Petrovic. She's got to be the leader offensively without Magotri on the floor. No Agumike either. Here is Petrovic. Slicing in and getting the score. What a finish, Petrovic. 2 defenders there, but just the angles she attacks at makes her so tough. Torrens now finds Messman, a 3-point play and an unsportsmanlike foul. Petrovic trying to get herself back. She was caught on the screen. Look, always chasing here. It's the right call in my mind. Messerman lays it up. And she will get a chance, not only for the 3-point play, but possession as well for Ekaterinburg. Nagochi's coming back in. They need her now. Gumike as well, back onto the floor. Such a crucial 2 minutes period here. If Ekaterinburg can keep stretching this lead now. And free throw is good. And it'll be sideline possession after the unsportsmanlike foul. Natashina in, gives it to Baric. Torrens. Torrens has it here. Greiner rolling into the low post. Quick hands from Vadiva. Now Greiner fades and knocks it down. Greiner just chipping away. Not her best ever game, Brittany Greiner. She's got 15 points now. Really an effective job. Foul. And it's against Vadiva. Everything going wrong for Dynamo Kursk here, an illegal screen. Third foul against Vadiva. Baric playing against the pressure of Cruz, breaks it easily. Kursk just, the intensity defensively starting to slip here. Torrens waiting for Greiner. They're just going to keep milking Brittany Greiner here. She'll draw another foul. Team fouls means she will go to the line. Let's have a look. Magotri just moving on the bump. Second foul on Magotri as Greiner makes the first. This is where she is good, Brittany Greiner, because she gets fouled a lot, but she's a solid free throw shooter. Makes the second. Second in points per game during the regular season, Brittany Greiner. She has now moved herself to 17 here. Magotri. Isolation for her. Finds Vadiva on the inside. Vadiva gets a much-needed score. Well, just 14 points in this quarter for Dynamo Kursk. Their lowest output by far. After going over 20 in the other two quarters. Greiner again turns, shoots over the top. Messman with the offensive rebound. Torrens for three. Misses, and Cruz grabs it in. She'll look to run. Oh, it's double dribble. She picked it up and lost it, so she can't carry on dribbling. There you go. She picks it up there into two hands, so she can't carry on dribbling. She can recover a fumble. Lara Sanders into the game for UMMC. This second unit for Ekaterinburg has played so well indeed. Sanders to Torrens. Torrens turns the corner and will go to the line for two more shots. Every possession seems like Ekaterinburg are getting something positive. Either the score or getting themselves tripped to the lines. It feels like they've been at the line a lot this quarter, but this is just their 12th and 13th foul shot of the game. Dynamo Kursk have shot 10 themselves, both teams shooting it beautifully from the line. 9 of 10 for Dynamo Kursk. 8 of 11, or 8 of 12 now for Ekaterinburg as Torrens misses the first. Makes a second, and we got 20 seconds left of this third period. Cruz brings it down. Gives it to Agumike. Clock gets to 7. Now Vadiva, Magotri, they've got a lot of fouls to give UMMC, and they know exactly that. Smart play by Belikova. 4.6 seconds to go. They still have one more foul to give. Any of these players on the floor can commit it either. Good defense. They eventually get it into Petrovic. Messman fouls her. So no more fouls then. 3.2 seconds left in this quarter. It'll be a sideline possession. Magotri gets it, finds some room, and finishes. Well, Angel Magotri, a huge play at the end of this third period. Will it be enough for Dynamo Kursk? UMMC Ekaterinburg will be frustrated to allow that final score, but still, they have this lead. It is 69 to 57. UMMC Ekaterinburg leading over Dynamo Kursk. The numbers there. Dynamo Kursk, just 2 threes. As Ekaterinburg just dominated that third quarter. Kursk, who had gone over 20 in both their first 2 periods, failed to do it in the third and gave up their largest scoring quarter to Ekaterinburg. It was 27 to 16 in that 10-minute period there.
And now, in defense, we make, show 2-3. Show 2-3.
You will later, sometimes go down. Yes? We need to continue to play good defense. well and be ready to rotate one more in the weak side. Yes, that's very important. Yeah, with danger. In our offense, let's go, up in core. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me go. Okay, go, 3. 1, 2, 3.
One quarter left in the first semi-final here in Sopron. It is semi-final of the EuroLeague for Women. UMMC Ekaterinburg have 1 foot towards the final right now, trying to regain that title that they won in 2016. They are regulars here in the Final Four. They've been there every time since 2007. They've only made the final on 2 occasions. Will they be able to do it here? There's going to be some change in defense from Dynamo Kursk when they get back on that end of the floor. Something to keep an eye on. Will that change the rhythm of the game? But in order to get into that zone, they've got to score on this end. Gumike can't get the roll. And Moore, who got a good break at the end of that third quarter, well rested, gets the rebound. Here comes Torrens. Draws 3 people and is fouled. Just a break while we get the perspiration off the floor, and we will be ready to go again. And on possession, Moore finds that room, backs it out and takes the tough one, which comes up short. Here comes Magotri. Magotri pulls up and gets it to go. Oh, just the body language of Angel Magotri. So positive. This is where they're going to slip into the zone. But the moment she got the ball, Magotri, you could see her thinking, I'm going to score this. And now the zone goes into man-to-man. Shot clock to 10. More off the screen. Is fouled by Ogumike with 6 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a technical foul as well. It's just too obvious, too easy for the referees to call that on Coach Mondello. Let's have a look. Moore pulling up. Can't really see from that angle. Was it Moore that was holding or pushing off the wrist of Ogumike? But rather than it being sideline possession, you're going to get a free throw and now sideline possession as well. Moore makes it. A fresh 24 seconds as well. Even more time to tick off the clock. Tolliver brings it high. Moore to Messman. Now Tolliver. She uses the screen instead of going to Greiner. Finds Messman. Catch and shoot is left. Cruz grabs in the rebound. Ogumike down the floor early. Petrovic gives it to her. And Ogumike can't finish. Shiak with the rebound. Now Magotri has the step. Surely a foul. No whistle, but it stays with Dynamo Kursk. Coach Miguel Mendez looking on. Magotri judged to be the one that made the contact. Cruz finds Petrovic. Now Cruz for 3. They just can't make these big shots, these opportunities. Dynamo Kursk trail by 9. Their 34-game win streak in the EuroLeague for Women is on the line here. Moore pulls up, misses everything. Messman, the silent hero, really, Emma Messman. The numbers don't jump out the way they do for other people. Messman, just a superb individual game. I mean, saying that, she does have 19 points, so the numbers are pretty standout. But just quietly goes about her work. Torrens slides into the corner. It's the side of the backboard. McGottry's there. McGottry kicks it. The three is good, Zidek. Angel McGottry making plays. First one to the loose ball, chases it down and kicks it for the three. 6-point game now. This zone for Kursk. Can't stop the penetration from Moore. He'll grab the rebound and get to the line. McGottry has not given up this game yet, that's for sure. She's the one in there committing the foul. It's going to be an end-line possession. Moore brings it in. And now Tolliver waiting for Moore. Here she is. Nearly loses it, but we'll get it back with 5 on the clock. Fires a three. And the rebound bounces to Tolliver, who takes a quick one and buries it. Well, Christy Tolliver taking the big shots and coming up with answers here. 13 points, 5 of 6 she is from the field. She's made 3 threes. Zidek pulls up, can't get it, and the easy rebound for Torrens is an unsportsmanlike foul. Who's going to go against Messman? There was a coming together between Messman and Agumike in transition. I didn't really see if there was anything in it. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. Means it will be 2 shots and possession for Dynamo Kursk, and it was a time where they didn't have the ball as well. So an opportunity for them here coming out of this timeout. They trail right now 64-73.
Ahora tenemos tiro y posesión.
We have now 2 shots and we have the ball again. That's more like foul.
Ahora vamos a jugar situaciones de one down y de liu. Vamos a pasarnos el balón, hay que cambiar el balón de lado.
Play liu
jugar sin balón.
And one down.
No. Head and one down.
Head and one down.
En head, deflect. Bad defense, Alba. Bad defense. Bad defense, Maria.
We can use the flare on head. Jenny Alba. Zeddy. Let's go.
Ugeka, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ugeka.
So, Dynamo Kursk with an opportunity here. We've got just a touch under 7 minutes left. It'll be Agumike at the line. 2 shots. We haven't seen a replay of the incident. Agumike misses. The team was 9 of 10 from the line. And she goes 0 for 2. First shots for her on the game. And these are just opportunities, I said, that Kursk are getting. They just haven't been able to capitalize. It's really only McGottry that has done it, who's 8 of 11 from the field. Second opportunity for them with possession. Where will they go? What will they get? Zidek to Cruz. Cruz throws high to Shiak. And Coyne is just waiting behind her, using those long arms. Greiner gives it back. And now Tolliver comes off the screen to Moore. Moore with a little step and pull up. Doesn't get it. They pass to McGottry, wide open. You can't give her that much room. Well, of anybody on the Kursk team, it is Angel Magotri that you know is going to make that sort of jump shot. First 3 of the game for her. 22 points for Magotri. How they've needed her. Body's flying. Moore picks it up, fires the 3 and makes it right in front of the Dynamo Kursk bench. To their frustration, they wanted the offensive foul. They didn't get it. And then Moore buries the 3 as well. Magotri pulls up. Doesn't get it. Crying up. One of the simplest rebounds of the game from her. Doesn't get it. She takes a little snack from the side. Look at this. Zidic goes down. Moore picks it up and then makes the 3 from almost out of bounds. Coach Mendes must have been delighted as Coach Lucas Mondello put his hands to his head. Ugumike's jumper doesn't go. Messman grabs in the rebound. Seconds just ticking away on every offense. Moore to Tolliver. Tolliver turns it over. Cruz calls the play. They've got to get to Magotri. I'm not sure why they don't go to that isolation play they used so well. Her coming high in her first half. Here she is with the ball at the top, drawing all the attention. Finds Cruz for 3 and gets it to go. Still, there's life in Dynamo Kursk. They're within 7 and then the steal. No. Cruz just can't quite get her hands on the ball. What a game this has been. 76-69. Coach Mondello, Coach Mendes, the 2 Spaniards. 1 Spanish player on each team. As Moore comes off the screen. Ugumike switches out onto her Griner, just reverses it on. Tolliver for another 3. Oh, it looks straight. Now Magotri, she has it high. This is where she likes it. With the room to go 1-on-1, fouled, keeps going. She will get 2 shots. Ekaterinburg don't like it. Beliakova believes she fouled on the floor. So a timeout is called.
Hey, we are playing, play without pick and roll or with pick and roll, right? You have to play here with PG, with Maya, with the last. If you need space, get the space.
Elena está sola, escúchame. Bueno, pues cambia el balón de lado. Elena, saca a Greiner fuera. Saca a Greiner fuera. Greiner, saca a Greiner fuera. Hey, por fondo. Bring Greiner away. Hey, play. One down.
There's the foul. Ball's been picked up by Magotri, so she's on the way to the ring. That's why she's going to get 2 shots here. Second misses. Messman grabs in the rebound. 6-point game here, 4 minutes left. More. As they're running the play for Greiner, here she is, the floor will space. Greiner just turns and fires as she's done so effectively here tonight. We said it's not her best game, Brittany Greiner, but what a line to have on your, arguably average game. 19.6 rebounds. Mogotri dances in, gets the offensive rebound, finds Petrovic, who fakes, now pulls up on the foul line, fouled. But the jumper doesn't go. So while Ekaterinburg frustrated at the foul call, I think they'll take it rather than the 2. Make Petrovic earn him. Look at Greiner, just too big for Shiak. She's right there. She's got her hands up. She can't do too much more. Perhaps she's going to get a little close up on the fadeaway, but, Greiner just so tough. Petrovic makes the first. And the second. They're still there. Trail by 6. Dynamo Kursk. Petrovic has 18. It's just not a position they've been in. Remember, they've only lost 1 game this season. They won, and that is both domestically and in the EuroLeague. As Moore cuts back door and reverses it home with the left hand. Yeah, they lost 1 game, Dynamo Kursk, to Ekaterinburg in the Russian league. They're unbeaten in the EuroLeague for the last 2 years. They are not used to being in this position, down by 8 with 3 minutes to go. Cruz trying to find some room. Eventually does, but the finish is too strong and Greiner grabs in the rebound. Torrens back onto the floor. Finds Greiner. Greiner looking around. Gives it to Tolliver. She's only got 4 on the clock. Does she know? She does. Fires it up and makes it. It's only a 2. I think the foot was on the line, but it doesn't matter. What a huge shot for Christy Tolliver. How many times we've seen Dynamo Kursk get low in the shot clock and not even get a look away, as Tolliver makes it. Petrovic now on Moore, pulls up, too strong, and Torrens saves it, throws it behind her back. Moore picks it up. Double-digit lead now and possession. Messman kicks it to Greiner. Now Moore for a long 2, in and out. Don't forget, this is the same situation as first half, just the other way round. Kursk had the 10-point lead under 2 minutes, and it ended up being a 1-point game at the end, at the halftime break. Cruz to Agumike. She finds the room, finishes with the left hand. 90 seconds remains. It is 84 to 72. Excuse me, 74 to 82. Apologies for the loss of the caption. 8-point game. Tolliver smartly holding the ball, using this clock. You can see the shot clock top left of your picture. Gets the 5. Ball, is it kicked? No. So that means the shot clock will not reset. There will be, I think, 4 seconds left. Yep, 4 seconds on the 24-second shot clock for UMMC to get the look. They lead by 8 here. 1:08 remaining. Tolliver goes to Greiner. She turns, shoots, doesn't get the roll. Everyone stopped. Agumike's got to play. Agumike got hurt. She stopped. There's a foul on Moore. She's saying, what did I do? And a timeout is going to be called. Kursk just don't seem to, have the mental strength to be in this situation right now. Plenty of times teams have come back from this deficit with a minute to go, but you've got to get everything going your way. You've got to have that belief. Do they have it? Their 34-game win streak on the ropes here in the EuroLeague for women.
down, both Sonny and Angel.
Bola arriba y jugamos 3 down ahora. No jugamos una de banda.
Now we don't play silent, we put the ball up and we call 3 down. 3 down, okay?
Si es necesario, cambiamos en todo.
If it's necessary, we switch everything if we are late on defense.
¿Vale? Lo que no pueden meter ninguna canasta más, hay que defender.
We need to play defense, don't let them score, okay?
Hey, hay que colapsar. Si no te va a hacer malla, vuelta atrás. No importa que reciba un poco, estate con ella. Okay, let's go. Good.
Last roll of the dice surely here for Dynamo Kursk. They're going to have to play the perfect game in this final minute to have any way back. They've got 61 seconds. They need a quick score, ideally a 3. It's not something they've done well tonight. Shoot the 3 ball. Made just 4 on the game. Ogumike looking for Magotri. Magotri gets a 3-point play. Does she? She scores. Basket is good. Wow, what a breakdown by Ekaterinburg. They give up the 3-point play. Said it's got to be a perfect game from Kursk in this final minute. They've done that. They get the 3 swiftly. Now they've got to get up. They've got to steal instantly if they can, or do they foul? Cruz picks up Tolliver. No fouls coming yet. Kursk have still got 1 to give. And the ball goes out, but it's going to stay with Ekaterinburg, 77-82. Tolliver frustrated. They've chosen not to foul here. It's a big call. Messman has it tipped out of bounds, and she takes out the camera. Cameraman seems to be okay. And this is hit right into your living room, Messman. Shot clock to 10 now. A score here. Will it be enough to seal the game? They switch out of bounds. Greiner collects. Torrens off the screen. Offensive foul, Brittany Greiner. So they saved 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wow, what an opportunity here for Dynamo Kursk. They can make it a 1-possession game with a score. They don't call the timeout. Cruz has it. They still got to go quickly. Petrovic cuts. Now Ogumike. They're going to go to Magotri high once more. Here she is, isolated. Fires the 3, comes up short, and the rebound taken in by UMMC Ekaterinburg. Tolliver is fouled. It's the foul to give from Kursk, as a timeout will be called by UMMC Ekaterinburg. They will advance the ball into the front court. They will need to inbound safely and then surely just make free throws to win this game.
We play winner. They foul for sure. They switch and foul. Hey, winner. Alba, quick. No, Alba. And KT, quick. And Maya, the last screen is Emma. And BD inside. BD the first one. Yeah? If you can, if they help here, take the space for Emma. And Alba. Primero Maya. Then Emma. And last, KT. Yeah? Hey! Let's go.
The whole play designed to just get the ball in bounds for Ekaterinburg. That's the most important thing. They've advanced it into the front court. They get it in. It is their advantage, their opportunity to seal this game from the free throw line. They have the 5-point advantage. Dynamo Kursk need to forget everything negative right now and focus on this play. Still an opportunity for them. Here comes Tolliver, right to the corner. Then Moore wide open. Moore collects it and is fouled immediately. 2 shots now. Maya Moore to the line. Just 1 of 2 for her tonight. Moore. There's substitutions. Torrens is going to go out. Back in comes Artashina for her defense. We said Maya Moore only joined and played 3 games. She is a perfect 100% from the line across those 3 games going into tonight. Albeit on limited attempts, but 2 big foul shots here. That makes it a 3-possession game. Huge foul shots from Moore. Now they need 3s and they need them quickly. Cruz looking around, gives it to Petrovic. She goes inside Petrovic. Magotri for 3, doesn't go. Tolliver grabs it in, and the streak is over. Ekaterinburg are going back to the final in the EuroLeague for women. An incredible second half performance from them. A huge third quarter has seen them take this game as they record the victory. 84-77 over Dynamo Kursk. Well, the all-Russian affair ends in favour of UMMC Ekaterinburg. Dynamo Kursk see their 34-game win streak come to an end. The current champions have fallen. And UMMC Ekaterinburg, full of smiles, and rightly so. It was a very impressive performance from them. Really did execute the game plan just the way they would have hoped. Their fans delighted. And they will be coming back on Sunday as the first team to make it through into the final to try and regain that title, the one they won in 2016. There is the confirmation. Ekaterinburg taking the victory, 84-77 over Dynamo Kursk. Wow, well, percentages for both teams just off the charts, but you know, the 8 of 15 for 3 from Ekaterinburg, really the difference in my eyes. Assists, rebounds, all pretty even. Steals almost identical as well. Was such a close game, identical turnovers, but just when they needed it, those step-up baskets from Ekaterinburg as they had the answers. You know, you look at the key players from them as we see the leaders. Maya Moore, a huge 28 points, but Moore, she went 10 of 19 from the field, you know, 5 of 7 for 3 for Moore. She wasn't the only one. Messerman, 8 of 13 from the field. Greiner, 7 of 15. 3 carried the load, and then Tolliver, who had just 3 points at the half, stepped up to finish with 15. 6 of 8 from her from the field. And on the other side, you know, Magotri, what a performance. 10 of 17 for her, 26 points. But really, where was the support? Petrovic finished with 18 points, only 9 attempts though. And Ugamike, 13 points. Was a game where the stars from Ekaterinburg stepped up when they were needed to lead their team to victory. Really, the game was won in the third quarter, the 27-16 period for them. Well, that is 1 down and 1 to go. Don't go anywhere, as we will have our second semi-final coming up for you shortly here from Sopron to see who will be in the final facing off against UMMC Ekaterinburg.
After the third quarter,